Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be looking at a really useful product because there's a part of my garden that doesn't have any power and doesn't have any lighting, and so this product, the Reolink Solar Floodlight Cam, should be completely perfect for me because it has built-in solar panel and it's called Reolink Solaries, the actual technology, and the idea is that with just 1 hour of daily sunlight it should be able to power this camera 24/7, and it says that's based on the average camera usage and how often the floodlight comes on in the nighttime and things like that. But in this video I'm going to do a quick unboxing of this, then I'm going to show actually me installing it, and then the features on the app and everything else. So let's dive into it. Okay, so inside the box we get this, which is mainly booklets and stickers and things like that, which we'll flick through in a minute. And then you've actually got the camera as a whole, which comes in here. It's very well packaged and it's a really nice looking camera. It's heavy and sturdy but not too heavy, and we'll weigh that in just a minute. But next, inside the box, you've got 2 boxes inside here labelled 1 and 2. So we'll quickly look at those as well. And it's basically a ball arm, so we'll look at that. That's number 1 and that's number 2. And then this is the actual power cable if you're going to charge that up, and we'll look at that in a minute. And then you've actually got your screws for actually mounting this on the wall. And before I actually install this and everything else, I wanted to quickly show the weight of this, which is 713 grams. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's a good sturdy feeling product. And obviously in terms of how you're going to mount it, this is basically going to attach onto your wall with the included screws, and then you can screw this in here. And then you can be able to basically move this around, and I'll look at that more in the install steps. But one of the neat things with this camera as well is this actually got a 150-degree view, and it records in 2K as well. So that's the actual unit, and you've got the floodlights here, you've got a motion sensor down there in the bottom. You can also put in power and a micro SD card in there, because this camera is designed around security first and local recording. You don't need to just record this up to the cloud like with Ring or whatever. You can actually have this recorded locally with an SD card and things like that. And before I show the install, I should say that the actual solar panel itself is fixed. You can't move that around, but obviously you can move the camera around due to the way the ball arm works, and you can move the actual floodlights as well. So if you're finding that you need to angle the camera in a particular way, you can do that by this, and then you're optimizing for the solar coverage and things like that. In terms of the other stuff you get in the box, you've got this, which is a drilling template, so you just hold that up to your wall and you drill through it, which is quite handy. And then you've got a booklet that just talks about some of the other products they've got as well, because obviously Reolink have various products out there. You've got a sticker as well. Actually, you get 3 other way, 4. You get 4. That's actually really good in different languages. Wait, where's English? That's there. No, you get 5 stickers. Look at that. 5 different stickers depending on your language. And obviously, yeah, in some countries, in some states and things, you do actually need to have a sticker just saying, we have 24/7 video surveillance. And then you actually get the booklet as well. And the booklet itself shows you all the steps for the actual install. Yeah, there are. Is that in the camera's view? I think that's in the camera's view. So I'll hold it there. You can see the full install booklet. So it shows you everything you've got. But yeah, that is the booklet there. And then on the back, you've just got a bunch of legal information. But yeah, next I'm going to actually go and install this. And one of the first things you'll need to do is plug the Floodlight Cam in via the included USB, just to make sure that the internal battery is fully charged up before you actually come to install things. And when you do come to install it, the actual solar panel can deal quite well with shaded area, which is really good. But if you are able to find a spot that gets some direct sunlight too, then that's going to be ideal. And luckily, this particular corner of my garden was absolutely perfect for me. So next, I actually measured up, and the install book says this best for motion detection purposes to actually mount this floodlight around 2 to 3 meters high. So after picking the right spot, I drilled 2 holes for the actual mounting backplate, and there's both wall plugs and screws included in the box if you wanted to use them instead of your own. Then it's just a case of screwing the backplate in so it's completely secure, and then mounting the camera up to this. And because it's on a ball joint, you can just move the direction of the camera around really easily. And obviously because it's charged up, you can then turn on the Floodlight Cam, download the Reolink app, and then follow the instructions on there just to set everything up. And once that's done, you'll be protected both day and night, both by having recordings, but also having the floodlight, which by default comes on when the motion is detected. Sorry about all the junk in my garden there, but this light's actually fairly bright too. It is up to 1000 lumens, which is pretty awesome considering it's just solar powered. And by default, the light will go off automatically too once the motion has stopped, but the exact schedule and behavior of the light is completely customizable within the Reolink app, so I wanted to show that off next. And by default, let's say you've just got the one camera, it's going to show up the view here, you can see that there, and then you've got loads of different options down here that can just do different things. And by default it is quite blurry, but that's just because it defaults to like fluent or low bitrate mode. But you can always increase that to a clear mode, and then you're going to get the full sort of image quality where you can zoom in a lot more and see quite a lot. And you can also do like full screen mode and also do picture-in-picture mode if you wanted to, look at your camera feed whilst you're doing other things too, which is pretty neat. And then, yeah, you can, put the sound on, you can talk through the camera, you can look at past events and things like that. There's also a security siren if you wanted to trigger that, which is really loud, so I'm not going to do that. Then you can manually, turn on and off the lights and things like that. There's loads of other options too, so day and night mode, if for some reason you just wanted to see it in like black and white mode, you can do that, but I'll just go back to the actual automatic, the colour one. And then you come to the settings page and there's loads of configuration options here. I was genuinely surprised, like, some actual other apps from other companies aren't as detailed as this, so this is really good. You can go in and actually change loads of other things too. You can flip the streams upside down, as you can see there, and flip it horizontally as well. Then you can look at the streaming options if you wanted to like record in a different FPS or change the encoding format and things like that. And then yeah, you've got loads of different settings. The brightness, if you find for some reason it's too bright, you might want to lower that down or increase it, according to what you actually need. So there's quite a lot of different options there, along with things like anti-flickering. Like sometimes you just don't get that option with other cameras, so it's really good you have that with this. And that's just one bit. That's the display. You've got loads of other options too, where you can actually change the motion sensor. So if you're finding it's triggering too much or not enough, you can adjust all the configuration options there. You can have detection alarms as well, and it's going to apply, really smartly, depending on whether it's detecting animals or people or vehicles. And then you can go ahead and like adjust how the floodlight camera comes on and the color temperature and the brightness and all that. So there's, absolutely crazy amount of options. As I said, I'm genuinely impressed with how much you can configure this. You can also configure things like, the push notifications, so every time there's motion, it's going to send an alert to your phone. You can also have a schedule if you want to say, I don't want to receive certain types of notification, like, I don't want to be notified about vehicles or animals at a certain time of day. Equally, you can do things like, FTP, upload all the clips to an FTP server you've got, which is really, really cool. So overall, I've been using this product now for a month, and actually I'm genuinely impressed by it. The image quality is great, the colour night vision is great, and this does feel more like a genuine security product with a floodlight, a real one that's really bright, compared to some gimmick. Like sometimes you see a really budget camera that has a really cheap light, but this doesn't feel like that. It is genuinely good. And it's also really nice that you can configure everything loads, based on the type of detection, whether it's an animal or a car or a person, and then you can, configure whether the siren should come on or the light and everything else. And right now, Reolink have a sale on as part of their 17th anniversary sales. You can scan the QR code or check the link in the description and the pinned comment for more details. But you can get up to 50% off certain cameras and an extra 8% off if you pay with PayPal. And I'm genuinely impressed with this product, so I'd happily recommend it to all of you too. It's, genuinely served a need for me because I didn't have power or internet via Ethernet in that corner of my garden. So this has worked out really great. But if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button and please subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.